Well, welcome back, you guys, to the Gettysburg battlefield. By now, we're at Pitzer Woods, um, the southernmost line and end of the Confederate lines and Seminary Ridge. July 2nd, 1863, the second day of the Battle of Gettysburg. More than 100,000 soldiers were engaged in the fighting that day. By nightfall, around 20,000 were killed, wounded, or missing. It was the bloodiest day of the entire battle, even bloodier than the larger and more famous Battle of Fredericksburg. Confederate General James Longstreet believed the key to victory, which he was right, might lie in seizing not just a single hill, but both Little Round Top and Culp's Hill. If they captured both of those hills, they would have easily succeeded in Pickett's charge, because they would have been able to pincer move it and also charge through the center, and that would have decimated the Union lines on the Union fishhook going from Culp's Hill along Cemetery Ridge to the round tops that you see here. But so if he could take it, the Union's defensive line might collapse. You cannot be certain of anything. Not ever, not now, not then. His scouts said the hill was lightly defended. The opportunity seemed too good to pass up. If he pulled it off, Longstreet might be remembered as the man who won Gettysburg, who might have won the war for the Confederates. Longstreet chose Pitzer Woods to gather and prepare his men. The trees offered cover from Union eyes on Little Round Top. From there, his troops could move into position undetected. Pitzer Woods became the Confederate assembly point for the major assault on the Union left. Inside Pitzer Woods today stands, well, not inside. That's because inside would be, yeah. So it's not inside Pitzer Woods. It's outside. It shows a monument of brutal close combat. One soldier defending a fallen comrade carrying the flag. Mississippi sent about 4,900 troops to Gettysburg. Roughly 1,500 became casualties, about 1/3 of their force. This monument reminds us of the ferocity of the fighting and the heavy losses endured. July 2nd, 6 p.m. Barksdale's charge. Confederate General William Barksdale's hard-fighting Mississippians, the 13th, 17th, 18th, and 21st Infantry Regiments, arrived in this position around 4 p.m. on July 2nd. Barksdale, anxious to engage the enemy to his front, repeatedly asked permission to attack. When the order finally came, Barksdale led his men forward. The 1,600 Mississippians raised the rebel yell, advancing across the fields in front of you, towards the peach orchard and Sharpe farm. Seemingly unstoppable, the Southerners pushed through the peach orchard, smashing the Union line. They advanced to Plum Run, at the foot of Cemetery Ridge. Before being forced back, Barksdale fell mortally wounded. He tried to rally his men. Barksdale's men were hardened veterans of the battles of Fredericksburg and Chancellorsville. During the fighting on July 2nd, the brigade suffered 804 casualties, 50% of those who made the charge. With artillery support, Barksdale's regiments stormed across these fields, forcing Union troops out of the peach orchard. You can barely see it from here, but in that direction is the peach orchard. And after that, Plum Run at the foot of Cemetery Ridge. Before the Civil War, this area was farmland. It belonged to the Pitzer family. Samuel Pitzer and his father Emmanuel worked this land, and their original stone farmhouse still stands. The land stayed in the family until the late 1800s. After the war, Pitzer Woods continued to play a role in American history. It became a civilian conservation corps camp. Later, during World War II, the area was used for training at Camp Sharpe. This land right here, these fields, were Camp Sharpe, where American troops were trained in psychological warfare. An amphitheater was even built here during the postwar years. Pitzer Woods holds two other notable monuments. The Louisiana State Monument, added in 1971, shows a wounded artilleryman and the rising spirit of the Confederacy. The James Longstreet Memorial, which is in that direction, unveiled in 1998, is one of the only Confederate equestrian statues at Gettysburg. It quietly honors the general who commanded from this very location. Today, Pitzer Woods is a quiet part of Gettysburg and National Military Park. There are no reenactments or large crowds, just trees, trails, and monuments. But for those who visit, the woods still speak. They tell a story of planning, sacrifice, and critical turning point in American history. Okay.